Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Tarophysics, your space for cosmic insight and transformative tarot readings. We're going to focus on Leo and sun placements as well as fifth house placements. Okay, for the second and third week of February 2026, you will you will be able to view the first and second week of March, maybe a day or so after I post this video. Okay. I am going to be using the Power of Love activation cards as well as the Radiant Wilds tarot deck. Also this deck as well, which I purchased on Etsy by Street Priestess Tarot. It's a love deck. I really love it, but she doesn't have a box. Okay, but let's get into it. Let's see. I'm sorry, something just took I just started thinking about something random. It's so weird. Anywho, let's see. So weird. Let's see. We have responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Okay. Friendliness. You are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Okay. What else for Leo placements? Elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Bottom of the deck, individuality. This is interesting. Split the deck, priorities, present. Just me and you, ready for love, been here before, and young love here. I think you're being very strategic in your connections right now. Okay. I think you're being very strategic in your connections, your manifestations, okay? You're being very strategic, but very intentful. This is, I don't know why I'm getting magician energy, okay? So maybe you have Mercury in your fifth house, okay? But I just feel like the reason why you're being strategic here with responsibility, friendliness, and elevation here, I think you're being very careful with who you allow in your space and who's around you. But also, this may be something you need to do, especially if you're here for fifth house readings. The reason why I say that, especially for fifth house is all about your pleasures, your pleasures, desires, manifestations, your passions, connect, like love as well. It's about love as well. But it's giving me more so your manifestations, what you're trying to build, what you're trying to wield into destiny, into physical, tangible reality. Okay. And I think what's happening right now is it starts with, some of you are removing people. You're removing people. You're shifting dynamics. If you had titles for certain people, you're either taking that title back or you're giving titles to other people. Let's see. Clarify responsibility for Leo placements, sun placements, fifth house placements. Six of Cups. Hold on, that came out in the struggle. Hold on. Yeah, Six of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Empress. You got a Scorpio Venus, Libra Venus, Four of Swords here, Emperor, Aries energy, Eight of Swords, and the King of Swords. Let me clarify. I need more. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think you're trying to move past the past. This is similar to Aries, so I would definitely check that out. But not even that. There could be difficulties with Yeah, some of you you feel like you're being, like it is, I think you're holding yourself accountable, but you're feeling like I have to free myself of something or someone. Yeah, Ace of Swords. And with Nine of Wands, yeah, you're feeling like you have to set boundaries with people, with individuals. Clarify friendliness. Yep, Two of Cups in the struggle position, and it landed here. Some of you are realizing some people around you are blocks here to being able to have that just you and me connection, that real tangible connection. Some of you, even with friendships, platonic relationships, you're realizing these people are not heart-centered. They don't meet you where you are. They don't want to. They don't have that same energy that you uphold. Whoever you are, you definitely are on a higher path, okay? Especially with elevation here. And this is why you're being guided with Eight of Wands here for sure. You see things are moving forward. Yeah, Two of Cups in reverse to the Nine of Wands here. Bottom of the deck, Justice, Libra energy. You can have a fifth house, a Sun Libra or a fifth house Libra, okay? Yeah. Yeah. You're nice, but you're not about to, I don't want to say, your boundaries are just up. Your walls are up here. Okay, yeah. High Priestess, you know better now. Yeah. High Priestess, Cancer energy. You have a fifth house Cancer, Sun Cancer. This could be about a Cancer or maybe even a Libra for some of you. But you've learned a lesson here in friendships and love. And you feel like literally it's time for me to move forward. Yeah, Page of Wands here to the Hermit. Yep. You're going on a journey here. Virgo energy, Queen of Cups. And this is self-care, Wheel of Fortune. The energy has shifted for you and you're elevating here. That makes so much sense why individuality. And you're just on a different path than others. And that's okay. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Yep. You're about to attain some type of wealth, okay? Some type of abundance here. There's growth here. Okay, you're elevating on a spiritual and physical level. And I feel like you have to align yourself. You have to get back in center here. Four of Swords, King of Wands. Yep, Leo energy before this can even happen here. Yep, Hangman, Pisces energy here. You're realizing that your perspective has shifted about things around you here. You've gained a new perspective. Let me say that. And some of you, it may have been forced due to your connections, due to your friendliness, putting yourself in situations where people were false. Men, women, okay, co-workers, family, just giving to people that were never going to, that were breaking your heart. Three of Swords, that were putting you, 818 on the clock, you were getting the latter end of the stick. Like you weren't gaining anything from these connections, but everyone was gaining from you. If you're not a Leo, you could be a Sun, Cancer. I know we saw Libra as well. We saw Pisces here. Yeah, I feel like Ace of Swords to the Five of Pentacles, because you felt left out. Like you may have felt like, Six of Wands here at the bottom of the deck to the Six of Pentacles. People were only around you for what they could get, your elevation, for what they could obtain. And it left you in Five of Pentacles. It left you in lack. And that is that Ace of Swords to the Five of Pentacles. You're realizing there's clarity and truth behind that here. Clarify the High Priestess. Yeah, Chariot, more Cancer energy here with the Sun, Leo energy. Yeah, you see the light. You see who and what deserves to be around you here. Emperor energy, King of Wands to the Emperor here, and the World. You've closed out a cycle here. Saturn energy. This is like a Saturn return. The World to Justice, Libra energy. You could have a Libra Saturn. That makes sense because whoever may have, especially if you have a Libra Saturn, imagine the karma people have to deal with. Especially depending on what house. Your Saturn could be in your fifth house. That's why whoever these individuals are, they latch on to people in order to manifest. They need that. They can't get it any other way. But you, on the other hand here, Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck, you're at a crossroad. I don't think anymore. I think you've already made a decision. By the time you see this, you would have already made a decision about who stays and who leaves completely here. Yeah, you're tired of all of this. You're ready to get grounded. You're ready to grow. You're ready to build. You're ready to go to the next level.